Hi guys, good morning to everybody. Today is the 2nd of January 2026. All right, the first trading day of the year. Crazy global market talk with Cal. Crazy anytime, anywhere. Guys, good morning to you. It's not an easy 2025, but we went through it and now we're going for 2026. Now, 2026 is a very incredible year. I believe that there'll be a huge volatility in the market. It's going to be very crazy. And I will give you my forecast in the short while time for the market. But before that itself, right, please, everybody, do me a favor, key Happy New Year in the comment box. That will be a good thing, a good way to start this morning, right? Thank you very much. Now, before that, once again, disclaimer apply as usual. Please do your risk management before engaging into the market. All right, so let's just go right into the market right now. Let's take a look. Okay, so first of all, what we have is that Singapore fourth quarter GDP has jumped by 5.7%. Wow, really beating expectation on a strong manufacturing. So though Singapore is a small country, very small, but we do have manufacturing. All right, and we are doing pretty well. So apparently, the estimate was at 4.2% and came out at 4.8%. That is way higher. And of course, our Ministry of Trade and Industry was expecting 4%. So we basically outbeat that challenge, all right? And of course, we were kind of worried when Donald Trump slapped some tariff on some countries. Singapore get about 10% during his Liberation Day. Okay, so that is Singapore. Now, global market now, we have winners, we have losers, but majority, most of the countries are by about 20% for the year. And of course, we all know that a lot of things is ongoing right now, but main thing is this gold and silver. Now, gold and silver basically fell overnight because CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, rises the precious metal margin again. So the thing is this, what's the reason behind it? Because apparently the exchange feel that now there's too much buying in the market. But let me be very upfront here. The buying of the gold and silver doesn't really change any retailer portfolio other than winning upside if they are buying. So actually, there's more than meets the eye. So basically, right now, there are some speculation saying that because of this increment of margin, the market will fall. But then on the flip side, seemingly the price of silver is much, much higher in the physical market versus the cash market. So I have something to share with you later. All right, and of course, main thing is that China is to restrict export, echoing the rare earth playbook. Okay, so basically, China is expected to restrict silver export yesterday, and it seems to have kicked in. So that's why the market is expecting silver to be volatile the next few weeks here. All right, by right, if the Chinese policy restricts silver export, by right, that will bring the silver price higher. But on a flip note, people say that because of that, they will feel that by doing that, that means that the silver price may go down because there's lesser demand. So it's really how you read it, but I believe that it's going to go up. Yeah, I believe it's going to go up. Okay. And last but not least, the big short investor Michael Burry interestingly said that he did not short Tesla. We all know that he called for a old ridiculous overvalue on the counter, but yes, indeed, he did not say he short. So the market basically speculated onto his content and then start to sell. So now what we know is that Tesla share has hit all-time high, up by 12.5%. And that basically makes this Elon Musk now the richest man on earth with $765 billion. He's just very short away from become the first trillionaire of the universe. Okay, at least for Singapore, for the world. All right. Now, the economics calendar, today is the last trading day of this week. Today, likely the trading volume will be thin because most traders will only come back on Monday. So today, we have the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI that's coming out at about 10:45 Singapore time. Tomorrow is Saturday to have. All right, everything has went through next week. Now, next week for the Monday, we have ISM Manufacturing PMI. We have the ADP. Yes, ADP coming out on Wednesday. And then we have Friday non-farm payroll. So this means that after the shutdown, now the ADP and the non-farm payroll is back to normal. So do expect market to move on Wednesday and Friday based on the ADP and the NFP. Okay, guys, all clear? Thank you very much. Now, let's look at some interesting information that I have for you. 1 minute. All right, just go to my crazy.com. Follow me on this crazy.com at X, and I'll tell you a lot of very interesting stuff. Now, one thing to note, the leverage in the US market has now climbed to record level. This is whereby basically everybody is borrowing money to trade the market. I repeat, people are borrowing a lot of money to invest into the market. All right, this is the highest level ever go, and you can see that it's so high that basically, if you've seen before, when everybody keep on basically borrowing money, there will be a point when things turn the other way around, things will collapse. So the margin depth is this guy here as well, is moving up accordingly. Yeah. So, well, how you see it is that definitely we are in a very big potential bubble. It will prick one day, and we see what happens. Now, this is a very interesting article. I have not confirmed this, so do your own research. Yeah. Apparently, they say that this particular posting says that the silver price of $71 is actually the cash market, paper silver, but the physical silver is now $100. Wow. Okay. Not too sure. Is this for real? You can do your own research. Yeah. But one thing to note, very crazy, is this. The repurchase agreement apparently itself, right, from the overnight purchase agreement, the Federal Reserve has just injected another $74.6 billion into the market, okay? So one thing is that what is happening right now, the repo liquidity spike up. So why is that coming in again? Is it because some companies or some banks in trouble? Well, it is possible for the silver price to be going up this way. We all know that Bank of America and Citibank got into trouble. So if this is going to continue to go higher, and if silver shoots up, then the stop loss can really go devastating. Yeah. So traders, please take note of that. And of course, this is one big issue is the treasuries in US. So apparently it's all right. There will be a point whereby US had to pay. And you can see from that in 2026, the entry itself is very, very big. There is really a lot of expiration on the treasury side. So that's why now there is about a worthiness of about $8 trillion. So that's a lot. So not too sure how would it impact the market, but definitely we don't know that US dollar will need to fall further. The government bonds will not be buying because people are very, very worried of the current situation in America. All right, so let's take a look on the Dow Jones. Now, I showed this on the MAO video recently. This is green color, is the Federal Reserve Fed fund rate, that means the interest rate. So you can see that the interest rate start to come down first. And then after that, the stock market still continue to rise. So that's the first wave. So if you see now, do we have the same pattern? Yes, indeed, we do have the same pattern. Okay, whereby, but then when there's another start of heave of selling or what they call rate cut in the market, that is where the stock market will fall and follow. So at the moment right now, maybe still peaceful, but come to February period, February 2026, you need to be very, very careful because the market may really go into some selling mode. Of course, normally the market will go earlier, but let's see whether this is going to happen. Yeah. So traders, watch out for this. This is going to be a crazy one for all of us. Yeah. Okay, I'll take a picture of this right now for myself. Okay, so there is the chart versus the Dow Jones versus the Fed fund rate. And last one will be the VIX. Now, I kind of feel that we can buy some VIX now because VIX, I think, is pretty cheap. And based on the common point, I'm expecting a bounce very, very soon. Okay. So if the VIX is to rebound upwards, that means the stock market will have to come down a little bit. So from where I'm looking now, it's all right. 14 to 20, that is approximately 6-point difference. So that will give you about probably 5 to 10%. So there is a possibility to see the market moving up down by 5 to 10% for the US market based on what we're seeing now. That VIX is at the bottom and is seemingly prepared to be pumped up. Yeah. So traders, do watch out for this. Okay, guys, I'm done with this. Hopefully you guys have got some idea on how to trade in the market. Let's look into the stocks, the market right now. Okay, so this morning, gold opening price is 4332, MLP 4328. So it's very clear the MLP is actually below the OP, hence therefore the bullishness by default is there. But because the KSI is red in color, the KCX in blue in color, so the upside won't be much. So KTR +1, first target, KTR +2, the maximum target maybe. So that is how I see it when the market is in red candle, red KSI, and blue KCX. All clear? Okay, Dennis, I just said there are more silver contract than physical stock sold in the market. Okay. Okay, Dennis, would you try to share with us a bit more? What do you mean by that itself, so that I don't misunderstand you? So Dennis typing his answer. I continue to share on my view on trading gold today. Okay, let's go into the 5-minute chart. Yeah, let me explain to you this morning why I bought gold. Okay, so this morning why I buy gold was very clear. Okay, let me explain to you slowly. Okay, so first of all, the rule of engagement for us in CRAZII, the first rule is OP rule, right? That's a very number one rule, OP. So above OP, we buy. Second rule, color of the candle, right? For color candle, it is yellow, so definitely it's a buy. All right, but Cal, by the KCX, the KSI in the day chart is red, the KCX is blue. Then why do we still buy? Now remember, I already said many times again and again, the rule of engagement for daily trading is always these 5 rules that I'm showing you right now. So got nothing to do with the KSI red in the day chart. I'll come to that later, yeah? So the third rule of engagement, what's the third rule? Right? A lot of people misunderstand this, but the answer is MLP. MLP is where? MLP is here at 43.28. So can you see, everybody? The market actually touches the MLP. That means the market purposely touched the MLP and rebound, and rebound, and rebound. So this actually tells you the market is actually bullish. Can you understand that? So now, what's the fourth one? The fourth one is the KSI. Now, the KSI on the 5-minute chart is green, right? It's green. Okay, so that means that the buying at this moment now is a buy. The day chart KSI is red. That means that when the market go to KTR +1, +2, or pivot in this case, you have to take profit. The day chart tells you that there will be selling at KTR +1, +2, +3, or any pivots on top of you. That is how the day chart KSI tell you what to do. So the K chart intraday tell you that can you buy, can you sell, lot size. The day chart KSI tell you where to take profit, where should you let it run. So if the KSI day chart is red, green, then of course you can hold a position longer. You can buy a bigger position. Understand that? Number 5, diamond line. Number 5, diamond line. Now, where's the diamond line? The diamond line is here. So this is the last diamond line that we have. So in this case right now, buying above OP, yes, check. Oh, I change color. Check. Color, yellow, check. MLP supported, check. KSI green, check. But they check KSI red, so take profit at KTR +1, +2, okay? Diamond line, check. From yesterday, the diamond line is above. So with that as example, this is where I went in to buy. Can you understand now? So after I buy already, what happened? The market, I told you, right, to take profit at KTR +1, which is where I took my profit. So because of that, that is how I traded this morning with confidence, because I saw the support on the MLP. I saw the breakout in the OP. I saw the KSI was green. I saw that the diamond line was at the bottom. Everything was there. The only thing that's getting concerned about was that the day chart KSI was red. So that's why when the market go KTR +1, we take profit. All clear? If all clear is out, right, press number 1 right now, okay? So this is very important. I'm going to share this for the start of the year, because sometimes we all meet after year, enjoy party, you cannot remember. But today, I want to share this with you one more time and ensure that you get it correct, yeah? Thank you to almost 35 people online this morning. Thank you very much. Okay, so now live. What's happening right now? We have the diamond line here, right? The market is now moving up, and this candle looks kind of strong because it comes together with the KSI green. So if this continue, the upside can go all the way to pivot at 4361. Okay, if the market continue to go higher, there is a possibility for the gold price to see 4361. All right, so just take note of that, yeah, everybody. Okay, so you may ask the next question, but Cal, isn't that just now you said earlier we have a lot of this margin increment on the futures market. So because of that, most likely the market will not be able to go up some more. Well, I think it's two sides of the coin. Yeah? Why I say that? The market, because of the margin, you're going to expect this to happen and stuff like that. But you must understand, if let's say the market really, because of the margin, pull back a little bit, then the question will be, what if the margin extension is there, but yet the market still go up higher, right? Then that means there's only one problem, and that problem is because someone is definitely very short in the market, and because it's very short in the market, that means that the market margin increase, but yet the market is going up itself. That means there's some short squeeze in the market. Having a short squeeze means that the market, there's a probability the market will go up even higher. So of course, some of you may not buy this. They think that that is maybe a little bit too like imaginative. But then again, as a trader for so many years, I can tell you safely, things happen for a reason. You cannot have silver price going up to like 10% in less than 2 months. It doesn't happen before, and yet it happened within like 2-3 weeks. I think this is crazy. So there's a very, very high chance this silver will go higher. So let's go ahead and look at silver right now, and we'll show you silver price. Okay, so this morning, this is the silver price on the 5-minute chart, and you can see how incredible crazy it is. Look, my friend, above OP, right? Okay, yellow candle, correct? Okay, so it's a buy, right? So where's MLP? Let's take a look at MLP. The MLP is on top of us, so there's a downer here, so not so strong for the buy. And then what happened? Look at the market. Oh my goodness, look at where it stopped at KTR -2 at the first 5 minutes of silver price. I mean, seriously, guys. I mean, the OP is created by the boys. The KTR -2 is by us. But yet, mathematically, at the start of the morning, the market really go to KTR -2 and stop there and rebound. Oh my goodness, this is insanity. How did the market know KTR -2 even exists in the market? So that is why I say our CRAZII is really out of the world. Yeah. Okay. So now you can see it's supported by the OP. And then now you can see the boys are coming in to buy pretty strongly. Then you have the diamond line, right? Okay. So first rule, OP rule. Second rule, color. Third rule, MLP. Fourth rule, KSI. Fifth rule, diamond line. So now it's above OP, check. Its color is yellow, check. MLP is on top of us, so negative. KSI is green, positive. Diamond line, yes, check. So out of 5, you have 4 of them. So that means your size is between small or normal. Small or normal. Not the buy big, yeah? It's just normal sizing. So where would it be going? Definitely KTR +2. +2, what number? $73.12. Okay, $73.12. So that will be the level for this silver. Yeah. Okay. Take my picture first. All right. So today's sharing is very important, right? Very good sharing, right? Okay. All right. So silver. Let's take a silver day chart first. Now, silver has been going down the last few days. But the problem with silver is that the KSI is all the way green. So which means that if silver is to rebound, silver can go back all the way back to $84. Now, where are we again? $72? Are you kidding me? We're 72 now, I mean 84 again. Well, anyway, it's possible as long as you follow two rules. Above OP, then you buy. Above OP, then you buy. If the market is below OP, you don't buy. That's the first rule. The second rule, make sure that it's yellow candle and the KSI is still green. That means that the yellow color and the green color has still be in the track line as the market goes up. So as long as you follow these two rules, you are fine. Okay, follow the color and follow the KSI color. Okay, these two rules add together will give you the potential upside of silver can be as high as $84. Okay, so traders, do take note of that. I just wish you all the best for this, and I think that this can happen for silver to go higher. We just have to trust what we see in front of us. Yeah. Okay, so that is the silver price for you. So let's look at the US Dow Jones right now. Now, the US Dow Jones today, we have a CCYR on the day chart, but there's no KSI helping it, so it's not a strong one. Now, by right itself today, the OP is actually below the MLP, so for buying, it's the worst day to do that. But now one thing to note is that it's triggering the MA30 at the same time. So there's two prongs on it. Number one, as long as the market stays above OP, right, it should be going up. But because it's a red candle at the moment now, the power won't be there. So another thing is this, you can notice that it is actually tapping the MA30 now. And then it's rebounding. So MA30 could become its strong support. But at the same time, the strong support can be the problem later on, yeah? If the market later breaks the MA30, the selling will kick in. The selling will kick in. So traders, you need to be very careful on this. So my personal view is that for Dow Jones, the downside can be all the way back down to the pivot 2 at 47,946. Now, based where we are right now, we are 18,147. So we're talking about a pullback of almost 200 points from where we are right now, if you want to have a selling. But of course, on the upside, if the market goes up instead, if it breaks MLP, I think the KCB will be a good idea. 48,397. Now that is a KCB. If the market can stay above it, that will be very good. Yeah. So that is the downside of the market, 48,397, and downside is 47,946. Okay, take a picture of this also. Okay, so that is done. All right, that will be this morning's session. I'll give one more market to take note of, and that will be oil. Now, oil has basically broke down further to about $55 recently, and now it went up. Now, of course, it came down because of the job data, but the last few days again recovered. KSI is green, and today's green is so big, there is a possibility for it to go all the way up to $58.93. Where are we right now? $57.58. So if you think they don't mind holding this position, you can try it out for yourself for $58.93. Okay. All right, guys, take care. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry, I forgot the Bitcoin market. Give me a minute. Bitcoin coming in. Oh, yes, my view also. Sorry, nothing to my mind. Okay, so Bitcoin today is up. All right, it's above OP and it's above pivot 2, which is an inverted pivot. Yeah, inverted. So for it to stay above OP and stay above pivot 2, it's quite resilient. But the only thing is that the KSI is red in color. So that's meaning if the market is going up, but the KSI is red, that means that there is a possibility for the market to nosedive down back to somewhere around here at about $86,000. And of course, if it goes crazy a little bit more, we can see even 80,000. Now, of course, basically, if anyone can remember that, I did say before, in about March and April, there'll be a time whereby things will start to change a little bit. Okay, so it's happening right now. Okay, one chart I want to show to you guys, a very important chart. It's a 5-minute chart. This is called the 5-minute, the 5% chart. So whenever the market hit a new record high level, it will automatically create a 5% mark. So this is actually only available on PTP, Professional Trading Program Indicator. All right, so from here, I know that the market is still not very weak at the moment, all is very good. But you look at gold, it will be a different thing altogether. Can you see now for gold? Very nice. So gold, you can see, someone draw my screen on. The highest point gold was about 4549, all right? Then the 5% is 4322, and very crazy when the price goes down, it stopped exactly at the 5% mark. Can you see that? Then after that, okay, that is whereby last week, when the candle closed below the 5%, some of you get very upset and say that maybe the market will crash. But I say that wait for tomorrow, which is today, see whether the market really crash. So in this case right now, the market is holding back very strongly with the market now at this level, all right, 43.22. You just need to wait for us. We'll come over here to take a look and see. So now, if the market can stay on and stay above the 5%, is very bullish, then there is a very high chance the market can go back all the way. And based on KCB of the candlestick, how it comes down, it will be how it goes up. So guys, you can enjoy this. All right, every time, do remember to take some profit until to the final point. That's where your profit level should be very good. All right, but you shouldn't be chasing the market by then, yeah? Okay, so you can do everybody a favor. You can take this number 4549, which is the highest point. The KTR, the 5% rule here itself is 4322. So we take this two number 4549 plus 4322, add together, divide by 2. Well, you get somewhere in between, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Okay, so this is the midpoint, about 4444. Wow, 4444. Around there. Huh? So this should be the first target if the gold wants to go up. But if it doesn't, then I'm so sorry, going down all the way to 4322 and break the low here will give lower number. But now it's comfortable to do this right now. Okay, so last one is my view on the market. So let's say now this is 2026 start of the year. This is 2027, right? So what is my personal forecast if you ask me? I think the market will go down first, then after that sideways, then after that go all the way up to 2027. Okay, so somewhere around there. But wait a minute, I just redraw this again. So I believe that the market will go down first initially, and then after that sideways a little bit, then go all the way up. Coming to October itself, then the market may have a little bit of sideways impact in the market. And then after that, there might be selling back again in 2027. So of course, this is just only a rough idea. I have no time to really do the mathematics yet. So once it's done, I'll inform you guys. But at least for now, you should know that this is my personal view on the US market. Yeah, I can write it down big for all of us in case you get confused. The US market. So I believe that US market will be moving somewhere like this for this year itself. So it's going to be a year whereby it gets very choppy. You buy and sell by end of the year, you may get a flat line instead. But if you're traded on it itself, right, you can make a lot of money. Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you very much for coming in. Stay tuned. This is Kel signing off. Take care and have a great day and a great weekend. Bye-bye.